Sunday afternoon baseball from Baltimore. Today, the finale of the Nate Carn. Will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, if you're looking for Achilles heel from this pitcher, this jumps right out at you. Right-handed batters are hitting over 300 on the season against this guy. That's something he's going to have to improve on if he expects to pitch well in this one.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's through first and hustling for second. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
If that's any indication, I think we're going to see some aggressive at-bats in this one. Take the first pitch of the game? No way. He squared it up and winds up on second base after a nice line drive. Great opportunity to get on the board right out of the blocks.
Into the box now, Matt Duffy. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? And he is in there. And here's the starting lineup for the visiting Tampa Bay Rays. What do you think they need to do to keep the winning streak a-rolling, D-Row?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
Standing in, Tommy Pham. Come up big in spots like this more than once this year. Currently second in the AL in RBIs. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Well, there's one way to get our first run of the game across. Good hustle there on an RBI triple, and they're in good shape to possibly make it 2-0 with another base hit here.
Here now is Mike Zunino, and what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
Yeah, and he's just off the league lead in the batting race. He's in the top 5 in that category, but he is out in front in home runs and ribbies, so we'll see if he can make a push.
Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. And that one is gone. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate as the Rays have opened up a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you never want to give up anything in the first inning, but to go down 3-0, it's just painful. Can't afford any more early mistakes or the hole's going to be too deep to climb out of.
Into the box, Eric Thames. As he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. It was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, Matty, this team has taken it on the chin the first 2 games of this series, getting blown out in each game. They need a better effort in this one.
No doubt about it. I think things haven't gone their way, and this is the time to turn things around now, Dero. It's been an ugly series up to this point, and they need to turn it around pronto today.
Robertson.
Coming to the plate now, Daniel Robertson. And a great chance here for the Rays to add on in just the first inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a shot toward the gap in left center. as he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well.
Well, this doesn't have the makings of a start he's going to be proud of, does it? He's getting absolutely pounded here in the first inning, and I would think they're not going to let this go on for much longer.
In now, Willie Adames. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And they'll tack on one more, as this is now a 5-0 game. And he will creep ever closer to that record, as you see there. This hitting streak has reached epic proportions now.
D-Row, this guy is just amazing right now. He's just swinging a magic wand, and it looks like there's no end in sight to this streak.
Yeah, you can't think of anything else. This is national news right here. This is all anybody's talking about. When you start getting into these numbers, almost 2 months, and you're challenging Joe DiMaggio and the 56-game hit streak, it's all anybody should be talking about.
First offering on its way. Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
Ji-Man Choi the next to hit. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
He's set. Here it comes. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Oh, and this nightmare inning continues as they're going to tack on even more here. He's in at second safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
Man, if I was on the mound, I would not let this guy hurt me. He's been tearing the cover off the ball the entire series, and he drives 2 more in right here.
He is definitely a man on a mission, and he's making a huge impact. Now here comes the Oriole manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So, man alive, the Bluebirds will be out. Just a disastrous start at home as he can't survive the first inning here. Miguel Castro comes on to work much earlier than anticipated, obviously, as he'll try and right the ship in the very first inning.
Castro.
And that'll bring up Joey Wendell. And he'll quickly send a line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
The third baseman, Matt Duffy.
At the plate, Matt Duffy. His career numbers in this matchup, he's only 2 for 10. Here's the first pitch to him. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And this will kick off the base of the wall. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. And he will add yet another game to his incredible hitting streak as it now reaches even further into the stratosphere.
You know, D-Row, I don't know if this thing's ever going to end. This guy's been raking now for almost 2 months, and he's swinging the bat just as good now as when this streak started to start it off with his first base hit.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's coming out of it anytime soon. I wonder the pitcher that would create such a tough matchup for this guy to shut him down, because he's playing with the big part of the field. He can beat you in so many different ways, and this number's getting just straight ridiculous. This is line to left.
Mancini is there to make the catch, and mercifully the side is finally retired. But not before they claim the lead here as they bat around and hang an 8th spot on them. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Rays 8, the Orioles coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Emilio Pagan, a hurler from South Carolina, will be the starting pitcher in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, looking at the numbers, you can see this guy had an ERA over 4 last season. He'd like to do a lot better than that. He's got to do a much better job of keeping base runners off the bases. Cut the walks down and try to limit the hits per 9 innings pitched.
Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by an opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
Weak grounder down the first baseline. Another 0-2 coming. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
You know, Matt, a big part of the offense is Mark Trumbo. He's the team leader in runs batted in coming into this one. He just has a knack for driving in runs, whether the runner is at first base or he's at second or third. It just seems like he's always driving the guys in. He even told me, when I get to the plate, I'm in scoring position. That's the kind of mentality he has, and it works.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, behind the dish, D-Row, Larry Bullard. Pretty standard guy, works it. The only problem I think at times hitters have a little bit difficult time. He'll give a little bit on that inside corner and outside corner. Not very consistent.
Yeah, but Larry's approachable. That's the one thing. If you turn around and say, is that as far as you're going on the outer half, he's usually going to tell you.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there, 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's popped up. But this will land untouched.
You want to talk about setting the tone and getting your teammates relaxed?
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back with more on. Up next for the Rays, Mike Zunino. He'll lead things off as they look.